I've had many workers over the years, many lovely and unique people. Only a couple I could really depend on in a crisis. I never asked anyone to do anything I wouldn't do myself. But I only had one worker who I ever considered taking with me for the absolutely worst jobs or projects. Jim was always happy to come along for the midnight van ride to visit a project or unload a truck on a loading dock. I remember one night literally standing in a puddle of urine with him at the Palmer House Hilton loading dock for just such a project. Many of our clients are four-star, but behind the scenes, it's another matter. Welcome to Sunday Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Sunday Coffee Hour, we talk about everything and nothing. This Sunday, we talked about the three kings, the Nativity, Martha Stewart, plagiarism, and philanthropy. The readings at Washington National Cathedral were from Genesis. God saw the light and saw that it was good. And from Acts, the Holy Spirit, it's news to us. And the gospel reading was about the baptism of Jesus. The sermon at Washington National Cathedral was by Reverend Spencer Brown. Spencer asked how we were doing with our New Year's resolutions. He said if we fall short, that's okay because that's why we have the season of Lent. Mr. Brown said that the advent of Christ's baptism was climactic because it changed everything, but we failed to see it. Instead, all we see is the anger and strife in the world. The Spirit doesn't descend on Christ, it descends into him. Christ is transformed and then transforms us. It all happens so fast. It's like a cosmic leapfrog session. Baptism isn't a New Year's resolution. We're not called to be prophets or to wear odd apparel in the new year, but we are called to be our own unique thing in a multitude of ways, and at the same time, be entirely who we are. Spencer said we can speak loving kindness to ourselves and to those around us. It's the one thing and a multitude of things all at the same time. At St. James, the sermon was by Stephen Balke. Stephen preached about our fear of fear. He said our fear is not the fear of death, but the fear that we'll be stopped from finishing what we need to finish in this lifetime. Raising a family, having a career, bringing beauty into the world. We all experienced fear after 9/11. We were all afraid to fly, but eventually we were able to reestablish trust. Trust leads to community, and community leads to life. And through this mechanism, most things in life are accomplished. In most of my work and personal relationships, religion, really hasn't played a very important role. Religion is kind of like the politics of the human concept of God and has very little to do with God's concept. Most people are kind, loving people and go about their lives working to complete what they want to finish in this lifetime. In the Presbyterian Church, they're all about reform, but most of the people who advocate for change are either run out of town or charged with heresy. Episcopalians have all the best writers and authors. Methodists have the best hymns. Edgar Casey was a Presbyterian Sunday school teacher before he was charged with heresy. He said that time and space only exist because of love and mercy. They are the byproduct of love. We think of good and bad as an ongoing battle between the two, but in fact, good and evil are just the flotsam floating on top of the infinite good, which underlies all of creation. Good and evil they're just the flotsam floating on the surface of the infinite good. Trust allows for the formation of community, and community creates and sustains life. Many of us have good intentions and positive thoughts, but stumble when we're called to take action. Knowing is believing, and believing is experiencing, and experiencing is resolve in action. Let us have the resolve to have resolve. My Hindu friend told me recently that in India, everyone is Hindu, regardless of what God they believe in. In the United States, everyone is Christian because Christianity includes everyone. None of us want to be left behind in a puddle of urine. The best is yet to come when you look beyond the battle of good and evil and lean into the infinite good. It's easy to see. If you would like to join us at Sunday Coffee Hour is every Sunday at 12 noon Central Time on Zoom. I will include an invite in the description of this video and my email. I'd be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.